Hello, welcome. So, if you saw this video on your For You page or on Dystovia and you want to click on it, you must be a very new player, like a very new player. So here, I'm gonna talk about the 10 basic stuff that you need to know before starting out in Dystovia. So, let's begin. Okay, here's the first thing that you're gonna see when you join. First, there's the friends list where you can actually join your friends in the game, if you didn't know. Now, before you start a play, you have a save file. You have in total 3 save files and you can actually clear them. Okay, now when you go to customize character, you can actually customize your character and make it look better. But here's the important thing. See this starter gift? Now, here's the first basic item that you need to know, or basic knowledge item. You have to choose the hasting cape, always, because you need agility and faster mobility, which would actually help you move around the map and unlock waypoints. Okay, welcome back. Now here's the second knowledge item that you need to know, the bank. Now, you can go into the town hall and see the bank right over here. Now I just figured out something. A lot of the Dystovia community don't know how to store gold. So you store it and you take out the same way. So I'm gonna take out all my money. That's how I take it. You slide it to the opposite side, but it's gonna look like this when you first open it. So you slide it to the max to put all your money away. You slide to the half to put half of your money away, and you slide it all the way back to take away money. And you can actually store items here, which is very important. And basically, this is going to be your best friend because when you have to store, you actually have to store your gold. Why? Because when you die while having gold on you, you're going to lose it. Now, let's go to number 3. Okay, now, the third basic knowledge, Thilda and Tuba. Those are the 2 most important quests in the game. And you can check out all the quests being completed by me and all the showcases for the quests in the link of the description, because I'm gonna link my video there. But here's Thilda. You can claim her quest from right over there. And how to get to Tuba. Okay, now let me take off the rings. Forget all this. Now listen, this is gonna be hard for you. So jump over here, and see this tiny gap over here? You're gonna have to sprint and jump over there. Oops. Here's you jump on this window, get over here, jump on the sledge, and go over here. Now there is gonna be a chest right there which you can equip. But you go into there, and here's Tuba, and you can have claim her quest and get the fairy ring. And always equip it in your vanity. If you get a hoarder's ring, equip it in your vanity. Those are the only 2 rings that you can use. Number 4. Armor. Or weapons. Sorry. Now here is where you can go and get weapons and infuse it and sell it. Now, these are all the weapons that you can get. Now, there are going to be crypts in the game and you're going to have to require to get the first sword, which is the king's sword. So get the king's sword and then use it. And also, try to unlock dual wield as fast as possible. That's the only way that you can fight tier 1 crypts and finish them easily, because tier 1 crypts are hard. Now, let's go to the basic knowledge number 5. Now, basic knowledge number 5, armor. Now, you're gonna go into this building that is right behind the blacksmith, and you're gonna find the tablet over here. And he'll only sell you the first 3 sets of armor. Get the iron, gold, then the dark cobalt. When you finish the set, you have to go get the hunter's armor. Now, all the armors in the game, I'm gonna list them out. You can get the glided monarch armor from the traveling merchant, crimson regal armor from the cloak traveler, and you can actually get the hunter's armor from the hunter. And now I'm gonna show you where to get to the hunter's man right now, or his location. Here's the hunter's man right over here. Right on this map where I'm standing is where the hunter's man, right over here. Now, you're gonna have to do a quest for him before you can actually trade with him. I already did the quest, and you have to kill a deer and get a steak to give him. Now don't buy this prehistoric saber, it's useless, trust me. but the armor, you have to buy it instantly. This is what I recommend you save up right after the dark cobalt armor. Even though it seems expensive, you'll manage it. That's it. Okay, basic knowledge number 6. What are the best weapons in the game? Here, I possess them. Now, the best weapon in the game is the Destiny, which is a one-handed, so it's the only legendary that you can dual wield at the moment. Now, there's the Great Sword of Azure, which is the greatest great sword in the game, and people say it's even better than dual wielding the Destiny. And the Skull Carver, which is actually being dropped by the Ogre Centurion, which is rare because it's 1%. The Azure and Destiny are going to be found in the tier 2 crypts. That's it. You cannot find it in the tier 1 crypt, it's impossible. Now those are the only best weapons in the game and the only legendaries. For now, we're gonna see what new legendaries will release with the tier 3 crypt. Okay, basic knowledge number 7, I think. Anyways, here's what to do if you're asking what is the best armor in the game. Now I already showcased the best weapons in the game, all these. Now I contain the Silver Knight armor and the Defiled Bone armor, and I have the Necro armor here over here. Now, if you didn't see my video about the strength versus speed versus defense, then you're missing out, because strength is required for the Defiled Bone armor. The Silver Knight armor is required for the speed to get the fastest agility, and the Necro armor is for defense if you want to get the most health. Now I recommend the Defiled Bone armor, but you would be weak, weak. Well, by a lot. I mean, look at my defense, everything. I almost get one-shotted, but at least I get a lot of damage. Anyways, that's basic knowledge number 7. Let's go to basic knowledge number 8. Okay, basic knowledge number 8. Rings, necklaces, and lanterns. What are the best? For me? Well, a basic fact is the corrupted ring being the best one. Why? It gives plus 10 defense and takes away a lot. No, it takes away defense, like minus 3 defense, and takes away stamina. I'm sorry, I meant it gives to plus 10 damage, like sword damage right over here. And it gives also speed, despite taking stamina. I recommend you use 2. Now, the best necklace is the Lucky Necklace. Now, it used to be the Revitalized Necklace because you could have switched it out and be invincible. But Revitalized Necklace right now isn't the best, so I do not recommend you use it unless if you don't have the Luck Necklace. So, the Luck Necklace is the most important item in the game. The Crimson Lantern is the best lantern. Why? Because it's the only lantern that has an ability. But what about the Spectral Lantern? I'll tell you, it doesn't have anything. It's useless, just like the Gold Lantern. Thank you. That's basic knowledge number 8. Now let's go to number 9. Now, basic knowledge number 9. Crypts. Now, people are confused between tier 2 crypts and tier 1 crypts. Now, tier 2 crypts have 2 skulls on them like this, and tier 1 crypts have only 1. Now in the future, there will be released the tier 3 crypt, which will have a 3rd skull right over here, and it will be the hardest crypt ever. Now, where are both the crypts? Now if you plot the pinpoints right here, you can see those skull icons. Now here's the first tier 2 crypt right at the swamp, and here's another tier 2 crypt right next to the orange obelisk. These are the only tier 2 crypts. Here are the tier 1 crypts that I recommend you do after you get the King's Sword. And you can get the Dark Cobalt armor with it. But I would suggest to be even more safe and get the Hunter's armor and 2 King's Swords, and then go do the tier 1 crypts. And after that, go to the tier 2 crypts. And that's how you find them. Here, you can screenshot this if you want, but this is all the stuff. The question marks are for the quest lines, and these squares are the waypoints, and these are the obelisk. Now, Basic knowledge number 10, and that's the final basic knowledge. Now, for the last basic knowledge item, infusements, scrolls, and how to upgrade your weapons. This is gonna be a bit long, so keep up with me. Now, here's are the scrolls. So you have all the god scrolls down here, and you have all the main scrolls right over here. Sacred, Cryptic, Removal, and Demonic. And here are all the god scrolls. I'll explain each one what it does. Demonic scrolls give you the elements, like multiples like lightning, wind, fire, ice, and even holy. And removal scribes can allow you to remove an item or remove a ability. Now, it does not remove all the abilities at once. You could choose which ability to remove. The Cryptic gives you the passives. It's the passives right over here. See the purple colored? Those are the Cryptic Scrolls passives. The yellow ones are from the Sacred Scroll, and the green one is from the Demonic Scroll, and this one right down the picture are the God Scrolls. Now I use Horkos on the Great Sword, and I use Hercules on both the Destinies. Now let's begin. Now Cryptic Scrolls can give you 6 passives: Life Siphoning, Piercing Strikes, Lethality, Sharpened Edge, Swordmaster, and Critical Strikes. Now each one does its own unique stuff. Sharpened Edge increases the damage on your sword. Swordmaster increases the effectiveness of all the weapons on you. And the Life Siphoning, from the name, it siphons life from your enemies. And it helps you gain health. And it also is stackable. Lethality, the lower the health of your opponent, the more damage will it take, which is very useful to get a last hit in. Now, Critical Strikes increases your chances of critical damage. I think it increases it by, but I heard someone say it like increases the damage of your criticals. Now, Piercing Strikes, I don't know if what it does specifically, but I heard it pierces through the enemy's armor, which allows you to do more damage. Sadly, it does not stack. Now, Sacred Scrolls. Now this is going to be a handful. Sacred Scrolls, I want to say it's the most useless one because you rarely use it. The most useful abilities are Updraft and Sword Dash. For the Destinies, that's what you use on the first one. Sword Dash and Updraft. Now, but for the Great Swords, you have to use After Image and Blockade. I have Updraft because it's my preference, but please use Blockade if you want more defense. Now, here are the God Scrolls. Let's begin. Hermes allows you to, every time you hit an opponent with a light attack, you increase more speed. Multiplier. The Metis allows you here. It will like make your abilities recharge faster. Hercules allows you, every time you hit a opponent with a light attack, it will increase the multiplier of the heavy attack. Aegis, every time you do a successful block or parry, it will give you 15% health for a limited time. Horkos, the lower your health is, the more damage you do. And that's all for the scrolls. Now, how do you upgrade each of the Greatsword, Legendary, and Epic, and the Dual Wield? Now, for the Destiny, you can, first weapon, here is the upgrades for it. You have to put every single thing on here, like specifically every single thing on here. And the second one, you do not have to put Sacred Scrolls because you won't use its ability. You need both Fire because it stacks, and both Hercules because it also stacks. You could put Lightning also to make the heavy attack faster. Now for the Azor, I prefer Horkos instead of Hercules, but use Lightning to make it faster to swing it. And after the buffs from the creator, it actually became even better. Now here are all the passives that you need to use. Remember them and you need to use them. Now ladies and gentlemen, this is all for the video. Thank you for watching. Good night.